Standing facing the sink, hands can be resting on the sink. Welcome a few deep breaths into the body, breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. And as you continue to take a couple deep breaths, feel your feet root down into the earth and feel your hands on the sink, that you are supported from the feet and the hands to lean into the sink and to pull away from the sink as you explore these sink stretches. To begin, let's walk the feet further away from the sink and then gently pressing your hips in towards the sink as you keep a flatter back, right? So baby's drawing in, tailbones rooting to the heels. We're looking to feel a generous stretch in the back of the calves, Achilles area. So you can bend and straighten the elbows, almost like a push-up position. And breathing in deeply, exhaling completely with each breath. Being mindful not to press the belly, baby outwards. Keep drawing baby in and up, feeling a stretch in the back of the calves. And then when you're ready, the next shape to explore is an L shape. So first you can walk your feet a little bit further back maybe and really pull your hands away from the sink. So you're using the hips to sink back and bring the shoulders in the same height as the hips and hands, so to speak. Your sink might be higher or lower. Sit bones are wide. There's softness in the knees, and you can explore with your feet wider apart, with your feet closer together, or even walking your feet further back away from you, and how that changes the sensations and feelings. Breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. So you can allow the shoulder blades to draw together a little bit, collarbones are broad, and the heart melts. And once again, not pressing baby towards the earth. And then from here, you can flow between these two postures. So the exhale will draw in and up, and then the next breath, you can move and press away or press the hips towards the sink. And explore these two options, or maybe you make up one of your own in between that work for you in this pregnancy right now. And as you do these movements back and forth, they're really great postpartum too, right? And most everything that we do in pregnancy is certainly applicable postpartum. Just getting some big stretches and strength happening. And you'll explore how they feel as you go further along in pregnancy and as you heal postpartum too. And the next time your hips are drawing inwards towards the sink, slowly walk the feet back to the sink as well. And just rest for a few moments, continuing your breath, breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. And then turn to face one side of the sink. So for instance, your right arm might be on the sink and you're going to pull away from the sink. So you can walk your feet out a little bit further away. So you start to straighten the elbow a little bit and then sweep the left arm up overhead into a side stretch and a side bend. Palm faces the sink or the earth, breathing into the side of the body, the arms in the air. And you can gaze down towards the earth or gaze up to the inner elbow, drawing the head back a little bit. Collarbones are broad. That's it. Breathe into the space from the armpit, rib cage, hip. And then gaze down to the earth. Sweep the hand back down to your side. And then look at the sink and walk your feet back to the sink and coming onto the other side. So opposite arm, walking the feet away. Sweeping up tall and then folding to the side, breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. And you can really pull on the sink, let your hips go. That's it. Feel that difference. Is it worth exploring today or not so much? And then gazing down to the earth, sweeping the arm around, walking the feet back to the sink, and welcoming a couple breaths here. And then a back bend. So feet can be underneath the hips, maybe closer to the sink, just like that. And then lean back so your hands are pulling on the sink. Collarbones are broad and the gaze starts to lift. So the closer you are to the sink, the more likely you'll have greater mobility to lift the heart up. And if you feel a stretch from the rib cage to the navel area, just back off a little bit. You might be able to stretch that way, but for now, if you're feeling the stretch, it lets us know that that you can do that, but that baby will do all the stretching for you. So just backing off a little bit from feeling that stretch. And then exhale, chin into the heart. And last one, a big squat. So feet are wide as the hips are wider. You can be as further or close to the sink as you wish. And once again, you're going to pull on the sink. Use that as leverage, just like we have here. Sit the hips back into a big chair and then rolling, or not rolling, but hinging down and squatting. So as long as your shoulders are okay with hanging and pulling, you can really let yourself hang here. You can scoot your feet closer to the sink. And if you have socks on, you can probably automatically slide towards the sink too if you have tile or wood flooring. Breathing in deeply. Collarbones are wide, exhaling completely. Sit bones are wide. Heels might be on the floor, they might not. If they're off the floor, if it feels really uncomfortable, maybe roll up a blanket underneath the heels. And if your heels are on the floor, you're probably just right where it's meant to be for you today. And so you can wiggle, you can hang here. You can even draw the shoulder blades together and engage and then release. And then when you're ready to come up, press down into the feet. Exhale, come all the way to standing. Use your hands as leverage to lift up. Returning to standing, walking your feet back to the sink. Welcome a big breath and let it go.